Hello everyone, my name is Garrett Hardesty. I'm a freshman here at Texas Tech University and I would like to welcome you to the English 1302 podcast, where today we will examine and discuss religion's place within the public schools and why this should be a concern for teachers and educators everywhere. For over a century, the courts have fiddled with religion's place within the public schools. Policymakers have gone back and forth trying to please both sides on the matter. However, the courts, for the most part, lean towards the secular option within the public schools. Considering my stakeholders, I have 5 within my project. I have policymakers, students, school boards, parents, and teachers. For my final project, I will center my focus on the final stakeholder, the teachers. I want to use teachers for my final project because teachers are the backbone of education. This project is very personal for me as a religious person. In my time in high school, I attended a private Christian school. In the school, I learned a lot about Christian faith and what it means to people. Although I attended a Christian school, my school found it necessary to educate me on other religions and worldviews. At my time here, I studied Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, atheism, and the agnostic belief and thought process. I was blessed with this opportunity to enlighten my knowledge with a basic understanding of the most prominent worldviews in society today. While studying these other religions, it gave me an understanding of why people are the way they are, why they believe this, or why they do that. Like I said, a basic understanding of the worldview. I'm grateful for this knowledge because it has helped me understand people who I couldn't understand beforehand, which has been a benefit to my life. I would like to persuade teachers that having a non-biased class educating on religion and worldviews would be a benefit to the classroom rather than a detriment. In a secular society where religion is being casted away more often than not, it could only help. In today's society, religion is looked down upon, and religious people are being harassed and labeled as bigoted, hypocritical, and judgmental. I believe that this is due to a lack of understanding and misconstrued stereotypes. Proposing a program on religion and worldviews can help fix this and possibly even make the world a better place. For my next segment, I will be diving deeper into religion and stereotypes. A program dedicated to educating on religion and worldviews can help defeat wrongful stereotypes that religious people have to deal with. Bullying within the public schools is an issue that many teachers have witnessed and must deal with, and many of that stems from stereotyping. Jody Ide, a world religions teacher at Brighton High School, says, quote, "It is so important for students to learn about religion and to be taught the basic foundation of major religions. Education has the power to eliminate stereotypes, bias, and prejudice." End quote. This is the main reason why I believe religion should have a slight place within the schools, to eliminate stereotypes of religions that most people construct. To be a teacher, you must take care of your students in the schools. It is the job of the teacher to educate correctly and to make sure the class runs smoothly. Bullying within the schools is an issue for not only students but for teachers too. Bullying affects the classroom and how certain students function within the class, which can turn back to the teacher. Religious stereotypes are very common today, and people will label Muslims as terrorists, Christians as bigoted, sexists, and Jewish people as selfish. These are harmful and unfair to people of religion. After the attacks of 9/11, a surge of anti-Muslim activity began in the United States. An informal study conducted by the Southern Poverty Law Center found that more than 1/3 of teachers polled have seen an increase in anti-Muslim bullying. Anan Hafez, who was only 18 months old when the attacks happened, claimed that when he was only 6, he had to explain the differences between Al-Qaeda and traditional Muslims. He was teased and made fun of because of his religion. He recalls times where his friends were targeted simply for being Muslim. people would vandalize their property and harass Muslim girls by ripping off their hijabs off their heads. Most would agree that regardless of a person's religious belief, if they are not harmful to themselves or to others, they should be allowed to embrace and pursue their faith. After all, a student's religion is just as much a part of their identity as their nationality, appearance, intelligence, and interests. Sure, horrible things have happened in the name of religion. However, it is unfair to assume that everyone involved in the religion is like that. The values that true religious people hold would not allow for any such activity in the name of the religion. An educational program within a school can defeat such stereotypes and enlighten students on the true values that each of these religions hold. Stereotyping is ignorant behavior that needs to be limited as much as humanly possible. In today's society, there is no room for ignorance. Ignorance is not tolerated, and this proposition would only advance our world step in ridding of ignorant stereotypes. How can one teach history without mentioning religion? As our educators, teachers are obligated to teach us history, and with that, the impact that religion has had on history and the world. David Fulton, who is a middle school teacher, speaks on how he incorporates religion into his studies. He says, quote, "Religion has influenced how we behave and what we value, and I couldn't imagine teaching history without it." End quote. This is an example of why religion is beneficial to education. Religion has played a massive part of history, and a lot of important events in history have happened as a result of religion. At the same time, David Fulton mentions that he does not put up a Christmas tree in his school in order to respect other religions that his students may be involved in. While considering this, it seems necessary that religion should have somewhat of a place within public schools. For teachers, it is important to factor in religion into a history class, simply due to the influence that religion has had in the world. A class centered around world religion would also mean an increased number of jobs and opportunities for educators today. Teachers in public schools today are underpaid and, in some cases, lack opportunity. Introducing a class oriented on religion could open up more opportunities for educators. Teachers who have knowledge on the topics but don't get the chance to educate students would now have a safe space to inform students on different religions, their cultures, and worldviews. Of course, for this class to function properly and to not violate the establishment clause set out by policymakers, the teacher would have to be unbiased on the matter. While a biased teacher would be the worst case scenario in this situation, it also opens a door for more educators who are out of work. The purpose of this podcast is to show how teachers would benefit from the idea of public schools incorporating religion. And in conclusion, it could benefit teachers in three major ways. Number one, ridding of stereotypes and bullying within the schools. An increase in history class content and context. And also to open up the door for educators who are out of work and who would like to work more. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast. And remember to be kind and to have a great day. Thank you.